Hello, everybody. This is Moment of Truth with Andrew Marks, COO and co-founder of Success Hacker. And today with me, I have Nimesh Mathur, Director of Customer Success with Pluralsight. Nimesh, thank you for making time for me.
Pleasure, Andrew. Thank you so much for having me here.
Tell us a little bit about you and your organization.
Right. So I manage Pluralsight's customer in India region. For those who do not know Pluralsight, it's a NASDAQ-listed public company. It's a technology skills platform where we help technology companies upskill and reskill their employees and join the journey of digital transformation.
Okay, Nimesh, you wanted to talk about the importance of domain or industry expertise in customer success. I'm a huge fan of that personally. I mean, a lot of it depends on your solution, but let's talk about that. What's your take on that?
Sure. So I'll first give a disclaimer, right? When I say domain expertise, I don't mean that's a prerequisite to get a person in the team, but a person should either have the intent to learn the domain or the industry, or comes from the industry. Either of the two things should happen. Because what happens is, if you are somebody who is not interested in the domain or industry, you'll probably do a good job with enablement in customer success, wherein you'll probably do a good job at onboarding. You'll probably take care of a lot of transactional things. But the moment you have to influence, the moment you have to get into an advisory phase, you'll struggle. And I speak to a lot of people, and I'll quote my example as well. If you ask me to list down my top 10 customers in the last decade in customer success, all the 10 customers happen to be ones where they saw me as an advisor, right? And that's the positioning I was able to achieve, because of which the engagement became extremely successful. In fact, there are cases now where if those members have to present to their internal management, they'll probably give me a call one day before and ask that, hey, this is my deck which I'm presenting tomorrow. Would you want to add something? Is there some new trend in the market which probably we should add here? And I think that's what I would say the real value. Yes, your product services are doing their job. But at the end of the day, if you're not seen as a trusted advisor and expert in the industry or domain, there will be a challenge in you really getting the respect from the customer. Because how much can you talk about your product? And there are some products which are very simple, right? They're so intuitive that your customer may not need any help for, let's say, a 2 months timeline, right? And your only conversation cannot be, hey, just checking in if everything is going well. I think customer success is just much more than you sending a checking in email and just letting them know about a new feature which is launched. That all can be automated. So yeah, those are my initial thoughts on the subject.
And it should be automated. That is customer success is not achieved by just throwing bodies at it, right? You need to do it in a fiscally responsible way. But I'm a huge fan of domain or industry expertise when it makes sense. If you are selling a product to a dental office, right? Having that domain expertise in dentistry allows you to speak their language. Help connect the dots between what your product does and what they need, and gets you to that trusted advisor status, which is what we're all looking for. So you can move from the vendor-customer relationship to a partnership.
Absolutely. And I think it also helps you understand the success story of your existing customers. If you don't understand the domain, you may have a tough time even understanding why they are successful, for you to then talk about that success to your new customers. Because there are reasons why you're not trying to become an expert in the domain. One of the reasons is you're not probably passionate enough about that domain or the industry. And when that happens, you'll probably not go an extra mile to even understand the finer detailing of why your customers are successful. And if you do not understand that, the value significantly reduces. So I have my customers, let's say, you will always have customers who are with you for last 3 to 4 years. Now, after those many years, they don't really need your help in how do I go to this particular feature. They know that, right? In fact, they can give you a product demo of your product better than you in some cases, right? So if the only value is to the enablement stage, you'll fail as a customer success person. So
Mm-hmm.
you need that expertise over a period of time. You may not start from being an expert in the domain, but come what may, you have to become one in that industry. So for example, in my case, because I work in the edtech space, the learning space, there's no way I can manage if I don't understand how learning psychology works, how the talent supply chain works, how the new age technologies are evolving, how fast is technology growing. If I do not understand this in detail, there's no way my customers will enjoy their conversations with me. Because then what happens is you call for a 30 minutes meeting. If your meeting gets over at the 15th minute, you don't have anything to talk. And that's an extremely unfortunate situation to happen, because you would have probably traveled for that meeting and you leave without an impact. And customer might feel that, hey, this could have been done probably on a Zoom meeting, or probably a phone call, or an email for that matter.
Right. It just gives you another opportunity to be providing value.
Absolutely.
As we talk about with all of our, all the clients, all the people we mentor, and the executives we speak with, every time you touch a customer, you need to be providing value to them. It's not about you. You'll get your value out of the conversation and out of the relationship that you build, but you need to go into it thinking, this is about you, Mr. Customer or Miss Customer, because that's all they care about.
True. And I would like to add one more point, right? So if you have to ask for an exec meeting, the person you are dealing with, the boss of that person, if you haven't built that positioning, that respect for yourself, the answer you'll typically get is, hey, that person is not available this month. That person is too busy. And you think that's true, but the real answer is that they're not confident if they can put you in front of their CXO.
Yeah. That trust isn't there. I don't trust that you're going to walk in the room and impress. That's a negative on you, but that's really more negative on me, because I was the one who carved time out on their schedule, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool.
That's correct. Yeah.
Wonderful. Appreciate the time.
Thank you so much, Andrew. I had a pleasure talking to you as well. Thank you.